Welcome to the Chasing Excellence Book Club. This is an opportunity where you can join a community of individuals that want to grow, to want to better themselves, both personally and professionally. And the book club will be based on books that do just that. Hopefully, expand your mind, your thoughts, your reasoning, or reinforce some beliefs that you have. The book club, here's what's interesting. The book club's not going to be a regular scheduled program, meaning we'll do it when there's a book and there's enough interest in a book to have a community join us. So the format's going to be this, and I've been doing this internally for a while. We started it during COVID, and I find it to be really valuable. The community is going to be essentially, call it 3 or 4 co-hosts, because not every co-host can show up every time, perhaps. That's why we're trying to get about 3 or 4 individuals that can at least commit and dedicate themselves to reading the designated book over a 4-week period. So ideally, we'll do it each month. And what will happen is the host and co-host will just lead a discussion where they divide the book up into 4 separate chunks, one for each week. And then the 3 or 4 of them will sit and talk about what they learned, their takeaways, their favorite parts, their quotes, and most importantly, how they're going to use it to implement either in their business life or their personal life. So take those topics away to say, here's my 3 nuggets from this week. Here's what I'm going to do to implement. And then obviously the community themselves, anybody that wants to join, like you perhaps, can sit there and chime in as well, whether it's via the chat or raising your digital hand. But we want to just make this to where for individuals that don't enjoy reading that much, but know they should, or just don't have the time to do so, if nothing else, think of it like a Cliff Notes. You get to show up, you get to hear part of what's there. And then I think most importantly, at the end of it, there'll be a note. We will then have notes generated from that conversation and that week's discussion that gives you a highlight and an overview. Because I do reread books, but not in the sense that it's just literally rereading. As I go through it the first time, I highlight, and just make little notes and annotations about what I like and how I can do it. So then when I reread the book, it's a quick brief over of like, here's the important chunks. And that's what this is meant to be. It's so that we give you a Cliff Notes version when it's all said and done. They say, here's what the meat and potatoes were, and here's what the takeaways were. So that to say, if you want to be part of this community and just show up and be notified when the book club does take place, somewhere there'll be a subscribe thing around here. Let us know that. We'll make sure that you're included. And more importantly, if you want to be part of the hosting process, if you want to actually commit to reading the book and be part of the host and give your input, we would love, love, love that. So just think of certain books. If you have one to suggest and recommend, you're welcome to. We'll start, this is a 2025 launch. So depending on when you're watching this, there'll either be some books that are around if it's later on. If not, we're just now starting this from a community standpoint. We'd love to have you. Please reach out if you have any questions. And as always, keep chasing excellence.